Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the Millennial Wave. I'm Rachel Kayleen, and today this is episode 26 with AJ Rich, who is a producer and a student out here in Sacramento, California. Actually got the recommendation from a gentleman that we just had on episode 24, Austin Carrington Scott, entrepreneur and realtor. He was just on here and he hit me up. He was like, man, you got to have my boy AJ on the podcast. You got to hear about his story. He's definitely motivated. He's got the right mindset. So anyone that recommends anyone that's already been on the podcast, it's already a done deal as long as you're open to it. So I appreciate you for being here.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Shout out to my brother Scotty for recommending me for that one.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So how did you and Austin even meet? You said that you guys are roommates?
Yeah, me and Austin actually go way back. That was my first roommate when I first came to Sac in 2014. And then so I kind of been on and off with the school situation. And then so Austin's ever just been my roommate ever since.
Oh, wow. That's dope. It's always nice when you can literally go into a environment with someone and just kind of hit it off right off the bat. And plus, if you guys both have similar mindsets, it's that's special. Because, if you surround yourself with people that want to win, that are constantly going after their goals, it's always going to be powerful.
Exactly.
But when you're around the wrong people, it's going to be the same way, right? They say the law of association is everything. I mean, have you been through that before, law of association?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really?
Definitely, yeah.
So how did you know, when you're meeting someone, how do you know whether or not they're right for you? Do you get what I'm saying? Do you have a kind of process, let me feel these people out? Are you kind of a protective person, or are you very open and friendly?
No, I'm protective at first, and you feel me? I'm really based off energy, so whatever you put in with me is what you're gonna get out with me.
Yeah.
And then so I can see how I can be if I have to be cautious with you, or just I'm really just based on energy and vibes. That's how I really work off of.
Yeah. So when you came to Sacramento, how was the first initial response? Because you said you're from Victorville, California.
Yeah.
I'm sure I've driven through it.
I mean, if you ever go to Vegas.
I live in Vegas, so
okay, yeah. So if you ever so I'm pretty sure you drove past Victorville, because that's the only freeway you can get to if you go to Vegas from LA or somewhere, or wherever you're going. But Victorville is an hour 10, hour 15 away from LA. So it's I'm never really in Victorville. I'm always in LA. So
yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
So what made you want to come to Sacramento? Out of why not LA? Why aren't you in LA? You're a producer.
Facts.
You want to do these big things, but do you want to be the guy in LA, or do you want to be the guy of Sacramento? Because Sacramento isn't there yet. It's getting there, but it's not there yet on that level. So.
To be honest with you, I would kind of see, cause I get that question all the time. People always ask me, why'd you come back to Sacramento when you're in LA and all that stuff? But I mean, Sacramento, I would see Sacramento as an overpopulated Victorville, and in Victorville, there's not really nothing to do. So I look at Sacramento just being out here, not really doing nothing, just working, perfecting my craft, just getting better. Cause I really see it cause I go to LA every day, and I still go home to SoCal every now and then. I'm probably gonna go home next week type.
Oh, okay.
And so I go to LA every day, and it's LA's not going nowhere.
Yeah,
so
true.
I just pretty much have time just be in Sacramento, and then I have a year left out here, so I just pretty much just work on my craft, just perfecting my time.
Yeah, and when did you start learning how to produce?
2014.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So when you were getting out of high school?
Yeah, my freshman year in college. At first, I kind of wanted to be a DJ.
Okay.
But then, I kind of thought about it. I was I don't know how I'm going to be a DJ, because, I'm kind of to myself. I don't know how I'm going to get invited to parties, DJing parties. But I don't know. Then I kind of just switched to the producing way, and then learned how play the piano, learned how to do the ins and out, all the computer stuff, and then I just stuck with it, and it's been fun ever since.
Wow. So do you feel like DJs all have to be very hype and outside personalities? We see DJ Khaled. Is he really a DJ though?
He is in a way.
I don't think anyone knows who DJ Khaled. What does DJ Khaled do? But I like the album. You know why? Because of the simple fact that he has all these different artists. If you like A Boogie, cool, you can listen to the whole album, but that doesn't mean you like all the songs.
Exactly.
But if you have a DJ Khaled album, you have all these amazing artists.
Exactly.
All doing different collabs. That's pretty dope. That's what I like about DJ Khaled. But anyway, again.
I mean, with DJ Khaled, I don't know. I feel with him, he's so all over the place. So you never know what you're expecting.
He's
him.
wild.
So I like DJ Khaled. I like him.
But you feel you have to have a crazy out of the box personality to be a DJ?
Not necessarily crazy out the box, but I mean for him, I feel that fits him good, because I feel the way his status is, I feel he should be. But it's just I mean, it's a bonus, but I mean, I don't think it's like mandatory.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
producing, you're more so in the
Like,
studio.
Yeah, behind the scenes, chilling.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? In my
Okay.
own little lane, my own little room.
Yeah. So who did someone introduce you to that? Like, how exactly did you come across it? Like, yes, you wanted to be a DJ, but then you were like, maybe I should be a producer because of this, and that. You know what I mean?
Well, really, I have like a couple of big brothers that rap and that I go to the studio with. I've been going to the studio with them when I was in high school, so like my junior year and my senior year. And then so like I was just like sitting back, just watching, learning the ins and outs, learning how to do this, learning how to do that. And then so like I just really just took the initiative, and I just really like, okay, I'm in Sacramento now. I have nothing to do out here, so let me just really just focus on me and really like, just like really get on my grind and really like lock in and learn how to do all this.
So how often are you perfecting your craft? How often are you doing it?
Every day.
Every day?
Every day.
Every day.
Facts.
Do you skip school for it?
I have before, but
maybe when you were first getting started. Because when you first like start doing something, it's like, oh my god, I love it. Like I have to do it every day. I'm the same way. Well, the same exact way. Like I'll skip out on stuff. I'll just go and I'll do something that I really enjoy. Yeah. But so when you first started doing it, you've been doing it for 5 years now. Like if 2014 and 2019, it's crazy how the time passes.
Right. Time goes
especially.
So fast.
I know, it's insane. So doing it for 5 years now, do you think you've advanced a lot? You've progressed?
Oh, yeah, because, like, recently, probably about, like, 2 or 3 days ago, I was actually listening to some of my beats I made in, like, 2016, and it's just, like, seeing a progression. And just, like, the progression is crazy, like, making something way back, like, oh, this sounds terrible. And, like, comparing it to now, it's, like, my 2019, 2018 type beats. And it's just, like, just seeing the growth, and that's what I really like, to see the growth.
My question is, how do you get your foot in the door? Because I heard the entertainment industry is like the hardest industry to like really, I mean, it's all connections. Definitely. Period. So how do you meet these people? I don't think I'm gonna meet them at a mixer. You know what I mean? Like, how do you?
It's definitely tough, but the way like social media and the internet is set up, like it can really be your best friend, and especially like if the work you put out is like really good and like it's grabbing like attention and all that stuff, then like that's really gonna help you. But I feel like the way like social media, like YouTube and Instagram, that's how I really get out all my like. That's how I get out. Like people can find out about me is like my YouTube. I really like my Instagram.
So you put your music out?
Yeah, I do.
And when did you start doing that?
I initially started putting my music out probably on YouTube probably about like 2 years ago. And I kind of got surprised about like the results I was getting.
What were the results?
Like all my videos are like a couple thousand. Some are like 10,000.
Really? You must have some good hashtags or something. I don't know. Good title.
It's like.
So wait, how are people finding it? How did that happen?
Usually because like I just like make beats like a certain style, the music I like to hear, and then so like the music I like to hear, I'll try to make a beat or whatever, and then I just post it on YouTube with such and such type beat, and then like all of a sudden like I'll just leave it up there on YouTube forever long, and then like I just see like the views going up, my likes, my subscribers, just all that. Like I just see people like engaging with me, and then like I'll just put like my Twitter information or my Instagram information, and then like they're just like hit me up, and then sometimes they'll try to purchase beats from me or just tell me like, hey, we used your beat for this video and this song and such like that.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
What's the hardest part about producing and doing things like that? Because social media is so powerful. You're right. And you're on YouTube. I mean, you're killing it, which I want to talk about more about how people can kind of gain that following and that audience base. But what would you say is one of the hardest things about what you've done so far?
Sometimes because like artists like they reach out to you and sometimes like they don't know exactly what they want, or sometimes like they expect like free beats or like free work from you all the time, and it's like sometimes you have to work with them, and sometimes like you don't know exactly what they want. And then sometimes it can be like kind of confusing and stuff like that, just like, to be on the same page. So it's kind of like you kind of got to just like ask more. You got to be like more like aggressive with the artist and see what they like really want.
Yeah. So you just working with the people.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you ever had people are just able to take your beats?
Yeah.
They don't have to pay for them?
It's crazy. I mean, because, like, the way YouTube is set up, like, you can just, like, whatever video you watch and you can get the link bar, you can download it and stuff like that.
But don't you have one of those, what is it, like the copyright things in the music? Like
I do, but
like AJ beats
every
10 seconds.
Yeah, something like that. And then so, like, sometimes, like, they won't care, or sometimes they'll just, like, mute it out. And, like, there was one time.
Oh, man.
There was, like, this guy. He hit me up. I think he was from the UK. And then he was like, hey, bro, we used one of your beats for this video. And then he sent me the link. but like I've never met him in my life. He just randomly just like sent me a DM. And then he was just like, check this out, bro. And then he just like sent me a video, and I was like, oh, this is my beat, but you never paid for it. And like all the little tags and stuff was like that, like that.
Oh,
but then
man.
like I told him like I usually charge for beats, and then he ended up paying me, so it wasn't a big deal.
That's
So
nice of him.
yeah, it was cool.
So how much are beats usually? Are they
It
expensive?
really varies. It really
Really?
varies. Yeah, some can go for like 30, some can go for like 100, some can go for like 200, 500, 1,000, depending on how much you want to sell them and how much you think your work is worth.
That's crazy because you literally have to have a musical mind to be able to create a beat.
Yeah, you can. I mean,
I feel like creating a, like, I don't know.
it's
that's
really
crazy.
fun. It's really fun. You have to
Really?
come to the studio one day and just see how it works, and it's like it's really interesting.
You work
It's really
out of a
fun.
studio?
Sometimes I do, but
Okay.
sometimes I have like a little home studio.
Oh,
In
cool.
Sac, I have a home studio that I just really work out. I
Okay.
never leave my room, basically.
Okay.
So that's
wow,
really fun.
look at
Yeah.
that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it's
So
really
wait, do you go to studios out here in Sacramento?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Just mainly in LA when I'm really home.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you know more, do you feel like you know more people out in the LA area that are doing the things that you want to do?
Yeah. For
Okay.
Sure, for
in
sure.
Sacramento, you're not trying to like grow the network like that, or
I mean,
every now and then?
it's kind of hard because I don't really go out in Sacramento like that because like Sacramento is just like I don't know. I feel like I don't know like a lot of people.
Really?
Out here.
You've been here for 4 years,
I
5
know.
years. Come
I
on.
know. It's kind of been like on and off because like I first came out here in 2014. I stopped like I took like a semester off in 2015 in fall. Then I came back spring 2016. And then I think I finished that year. Then I took 2018 off. And then like this was literally like my first year out back. So I finished this. I finished, what year is this? Fall 2018. That was my first year back, moving to Sacramento. So now it's kind of like my network is getting a little bigger. So so I'm kind of appreciating that. So I'm kind of like, imagine if I kind of stayed in Sacramento for like my last 4 years, if I didn't take like any breaks, like my network would probably be kind of different.
So are you working with any Sacramento artists?
Not at the moment. I'm more the artists that I'm working with are like more like Bay Area artists or like
okay.
people from like back home, LA. So like really just Bay Area, LA. I don't really know much of like too many Sacramento artists at the moment. Yeah.
So when it comes to producing, I know that people have to pay for studio time. Are they paying you or are they paying the studio? And how, like, regarding them staying in the studio for a long time, like, I heard that it takes a really long time for them to, like, really get the song down. They have to record it a bunch of times. Are you the person that does that? You help them record it, you produce it, you mix it?
Yeah, I help them record it. I can do some mixing, but most of the time I'm just helping them record it. But most of the time for like all the art, like the songs that I have produced, most of the times I haven't recorded them. Like I just give them the beat, and then like they just do like their own thing with it. Like they have like their own engineer, their own studio they go to, and they just do like their own thing. And they just send me the finished product.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So talking about school, you took a lot of time off. You took that month off this year. What exactly made that happen?
I think I was rushing. I was confused and I was just rushing because I felt like my music was like taking off and I was just like, I don't need school. And then, like I feel like I had like everything figured out and then like you feel me, that's where I had it all wrong. Yeah, trying to tell myself I had everything figured out. And then so like I was just in LA, and then I'm just like, I don't know, because like I'm still like working behind the scenes when I'm in LA, but I want to be like more hands on. So I'm just like, maybe I just gotta work a little more and get my sound better, get my craft better, and then you never know what life's gonna be like in a year or so. So
Yeah. So you said that you had it all wrong.
yeah.
Did something happen that made you say that, or
just
when you?
just rushing things, just
Okay.
rushing things, yeah,
Okay.
rushing life, and it's really all about patience. That's what I love. That's what I learned. It's really about patience. Yeah.
Okay, so when you stopped the first time, it was after a year in. Am I
yeah,
right? And it was this all happened in Sac State.
Oh, that's
So after a year, you took a year off.
Well, okay, so yeah, freshman year, my first was Sac State 2014, and then like I finished that year, so it was fall 2015. I took that semester off, and then I came back to Sac State spring 2016.
So you took what?
I took one semester, but like altogether, I took a year and a semester off.
Okay.
So,
And during that time, what were you trying to do? Just trying to like really
just
get your
really
name
just
out
work,
there and
we're just worried, getting my money up, getting my name out there, and just trying to live life basically.
Yeah. Have you ever like I know that in the entertainment industry there's a lot of people that are told certain things and it kind of makes them like, for example, I don't know, like artists or managers saying, "Hey, you can do this, you can do that. Like you just need to stop doing that and just follow us. We'll help you get to where you want to go." Have you ever been made those promises? I don't know how it is for producers exactly, but
I'm sorry. Producers, like, because like people would tell you like crazy things. Like if I couldn't even tell you like everything that people told me. Like if everything like came like people told me that it would be true. Like I
What'd
don't
they
know.
tell you?
Like I was supposed to get like a such and such artist featured on this beat, or this artist was supposed to get on this beat, or like this artist like such and such stuff like that. Or people saying, oh yeah, I'm gonna have my manager come meet you. But it's like a lot of cap in the music industry. It's like you can't believe everything, and so it's just like anything that people tell me, like I have a hard time believing. So like I'm more of a like you gotta show me like that's like how I really like show like my life. Like you gotta show me like everything else is like I don't believe nothing they're talking all that stuff.
What would they get out of that if they're telling you all
free
this?
Beats.
Oh,
Free beats.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that serious?
That's serious. That's
Dang.
crazy. It's crazy.
That's crazy. Okay, so then would managers can sign producers?
Yeah, they can.
Okay. Okay. So I'm learning more about this because, everyone sees the surface level stuff. They don't see the people behind it.
They don't
Unless
see the
you're
people behind the
really like involved in that industry, you don't see the smoke and mirrors.
Right.
So when you were first, being told all these things, made all these promises, do you have like a mentor or a role model that you really try to follow and connect with on a regular basis?
My big brother Brian, he teaches me a lot. He shows me a lot. Like that's who I really like hang out with all the time when I'm back home, and like we go to the studio all the time. And like, cause he has an artist that he managed. And then like every time he's in the studio, I'm with them, and I'm just seeing like he's with like more professional people, and it's like I'm just like learning from them. Like it's like all like a friendly atmosphere. So I'm asking them questions, they're asking me about beats and stuff like that. They allow me to play beats and stuff like that. So it's just all patience and just pretty much just like it's just fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So with an industry like that, what are some of the main skills that you would have to like learn and adapt to in order to get to that next level? Because like you said, it's patience. You've been doing it for 5 years. That's already a long time in my head. And a lot of people said 5 years is a long time. And a lot of people within the first year, they want to see the immediate gratification. They want to see the results. So what would you tell someone, or what would you say has kept you going and what keeps you going even when the results that you truly want aren't there yet?
Just seeing my growth and just seeing my progress and just seeing how far I came with it. And it's just like recently, like, just like when I think about like my first beat I actually made, it was just like, it wasn't even that bad, but just seeing like how like I was really like not really getting money for beats, and now all of a sudden that I'm getting like a cool little amount, like I'm getting checks, like royalty checks and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. So it's just like just seeing the growth, like I get like addicted to that, and it's like fun. And it's just like, okay, I used to do this now, so let me see what I can do this, and there's so many different things you can do with it.
Wow. So what would you say the end goal is, like long term? Who are you trying to be like? And I know no one's trying to be like anyone, but ultimately, like what type of level are you trying to get to? And when do you see yourself getting to it by? Do you have like a cap year, or do you have like whenever it happens, nothing else is what I want?
My goal is I kind of want to have like a household name like in California, because like my sound is like a California type of sound, so something like a DJ Mustard kind of, West Coast, something similar like that. So like that's kind of like one of my goals, but I just really want to make music. I don't really want to have like, I don't want to label myself or like box myself in with anything. So like I make all types of like beats and stuff like that. But being like having like that California wave, that's really like my main goal. That's like the type of music I really produce, West Coast type.
So you want do you want the fame, or are you more interested?
I like being cool. I'm behind the scenes. I'm chill. I'm quiet. The fame, I wouldn't. Nah, I don't think I want it. No. I don't think I want it.
Do you think a lot of producers get a lot of recognition?
Nah, actually, no. I mean, starting to now, they're getting a little more, but like some are like still like, I feel like a lot of producers are like underrated. Producers don't really get the shine as that, but it's like more the artists, and it's like as a producer, like you learn that way, but it's like some people don't really realize like without the producer, the artist isn't really as good as like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it should be 50-50, but it's more like 75 artists, 25 producers. But some people who like are really in the music industry and they know, like they'll know. And so like, it's just really different.
Is it competitive?
Not to me. No, I don't really see nobody as competition. I'm just worried about myself.
More like collaboration or no?
Oh, yeah.
Producers collaborate?
Yeah, producers for sure collab, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you were quick to that one. You're like, oh, yeah, they all
producers for sure collab.
That's dope. So wait, okay, so you started doing this in 2014. What did you want to do before?
I wasn't sure, but at first I thought I was going to be a DJ, because like I always knew I wanted to do something with music. Because like in high school, But like I used to play basketball, and then so like in the basketball gym, like the basketball team, like I was kind of well known in high school, and then so like I would always like make the CD warm up. So I would find all the music, the clean songs, put them on the CD, and then I would pick all the songs. They was like, man, just make a CD, make it clean, and just put all the good music on there.
Yeah.
And so I was like, all right, say less. And then I just did what I had to do, and I would make the CDs like I would make like maybe like 7 to 8 CDs a season, different CDs, different songs, just like throwing them on there and just making a playlist while we just warm up to them. Like everybody listen to while they just watch us warm up.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it's like one of those things too, because when you know, you know. When you know it's something that you're meant to do, you do it.
Right.
Without any type of, I mean, have you questioned yourself?
Yeah, because sometimes I'll lose motivation. Like sometimes like producing it can be like slow money, then sometimes it can be fast money, and it'll be like on and off. But it's just like when things like that happen, like you just got to keep going no matter what, and just got to just stay motivated.
When you're having slow moments, or when you're having moments where you lose your motivation, what type of habits do you fall into? What do you do when you're not? You just don't make music, or what?
No. I just tell myself things are gonna get better. Just keep going, because it's like if you stop, then like things are always gonna be slow, and it's just like, I mean, if you work, then like, you know what I'm saying, like all hard work pays off. So it's just like eventually like you're gonna be in a slump, but that slump's not gonna be for long.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it.
Do your parents support you?
Yeah, they for sure do.
They do? Do you have like brothers and sisters?
Yeah, just one brother.
Oh, your brother
Just
Brian?
brother. Yeah, my brother Brian.
Okay, so he's like the main.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So everyone kind of like pushed you to say like, hey, stay in school. You know, you never know what could happen.
Yeah, they support my decisions no matter what. So
that's good. So it was your decision to go back to school. No one said go back to school.
Nah.
Really?
Not really.
So what are you studying?
Sociology.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have parents that support you. You have an older brother that's your role model. You knew that music was there from the jump. Do you have any other passions, or are you a multi-passionate person, or is it music
I love
like
sports.
all day, every day?
I love basketball. So music, basketball. I feel like those are right now like my only two passions at the moment.
How did you make the decision between like, sports, doing something with sports, doesn't necessarily have to be playing a sport, but doing something with sports, to doing something with music? How would someone make that decision?
I feel like someone would make that decision when you figure out like if you're gonna like, go to the league or play like college sports or anything. I feel like that's like the make or break decision. So after I figured out that I wasn't gonna like play anymore when I got to college, I was all like, okay, maybe I need to like reevaluate my life and think about what I want to do.
That's good.
Yeah.
And how old are you?
23.
And you're already thinking like that?
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do people ever tell you like, wow, you are just ahead of the game?
Some people do.
I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, we got to think about it. There's a lot of people our age that are not doing the things that you're doing, that are kind of like just going about things, and that's the more power to them, because at the end of the day, some people just don't know what they want to do yet.
Facts.
They got to try different things. They got to test out different hobbies and passions and sports, and I'm the same way, like I've literally growing up, like I quit everything I've ever done, almost everything I've ever done. So I'm a very like I'm a experimenter.
Okay. So
but
there's nothing wrong with that though.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like for someone like yourself, like people would probably say you're lucky because you already kind of knew what you wanted from the get-go. But what were some of the harder moments and decisions that you had to make? Because I know that a lot of people that are listening to this, they want to hear about the struggles. They want to hear about how you got through them. They want to hear about what they're going to have to do regardless of what they pursue. Like, they're going to want to know what are the steps, like, what am I going to have to deal with? Because everyone sees the light at the end of the tunnel, but they don't see exactly what's in the tunnel, to get there. So what would you say are some of your darkest moments during that period, and still now to today? I mean, at the end of the day, you're going to have to go through a bunch of shit to get to where you want to go.
Just everything just like being slow, and like sometimes when things are like so slow and just like you just question yourself, it's like, dang, like should I keep going? And it's like you just don't know, but it's like you just gotta just stay motivated, because always good things are always gonna happen if you just like stay true to yourself. And just like if you keep God first, and like anything can happen. And then so I just really just like try to keep going, stay motivated, just keep perfecting my craft, learning new things I never learned, or just try to learn something new that I didn't learn the day before, pretty much. And then so I just try to stay at it. When
things are moving slow, what do you do? Like, what do you what would you say if someone is having a moment where they're really down on themselves? What should they go do besides like just keep doing it more? Like, do you really believe in the idea of keep working harder, just work harder, just work harder, hustle harder, or do you believe in working smarter and doing other things or finding other ways to grow?
Everybody's different, but I believe in like working smarter. So if there's like a time where like in a period or like in your life and like things are like slow, like maybe like it's okay to take breaks if you really need it, and like maybe go find like some new inspiration, like go do something you don't do, like walk, maybe take hikes or like go play basketball or something like you're not really accustomed to. And then just like I don't know, just trying to find new things that like make you happy or like make you like feel happy about yourself or something. So like if you feel happy about yourself, then it's gonna show in your work. And like I can really tell because there's been times where like I've been like down and out, and like the beats that I've been making are like I'm like what is this? Like I don't even like this beat. And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes like I've been happy. And then it's just like I've been getting good moods, and it's like, oh, okay, like you know what I'm saying, like it shows, like it results, like it comes back, and then you can see it.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That's probably one of the most powerful things I've heard, because at the end of the day, I know how it goes when you're working towards something for so long, and you're like putting your head down, you're going to work, you're sacrificing everything around you, you're not hanging out with friends, you're not going out when they're asking you to go out, you're not spending that much time with family, you're just in your zone, and things are moving slow. And you don't really know how to continue, like, if things are, you cannot force people to literally go and buy your beats. Like, you can't. Right. You can't take their credit card and make them pay. But you can continue to work on your craft and do what you do. But if things are moving slow and you want more inspiration, I agree with that. If you're trying new things and you're just going out and having fun, you'll feel so much better about yourself. Because I always thought, tomorrow's never promised. These are our prime years, our 20s, and even then on, like, just every day is precious. So if you're spending it every day just working hard, if you were to die tomorrow, would you be happy that you spent every single day just working your ass off instead of actually enjoying some time in your life with other people around you?
Yeah, that's definitely true.
You want to be able to say that you did those things, regardless of where you're at in your life, whether you've got money or you don't, or you're successful or you're not. Everyone should be able to enjoy the small things,
true.
No matter what. So, but that's good though. I mean, being able to go and get inspiration from other people and whatnot. Have you ever been able to be in a studio with someone that's like really up there? You know what I'm saying? Like absolutely crushing it. Have you ever like witnessed that type of, what would we say, greatness?
I'm not gonna. Let me see, cause I don't think I've actually. I'm trying to remember, cause I've been in the studio a lot. I'm trying to remember. I have like ever been in the studio with somebody that's like superior.
Or like a up and coming artist or something, like someone.
Okay, up and coming artist. Dang, I gotta think. I've been in the studio with like John Hart. I'm not too sure if you guys know who that is, but he has like a popular song with like I Am Sue. It's called like Who Booty.
Oh really?
It's like
Who Booty?
Yeah.
Who Booty is it? Who Booty?
Really?
Yeah. That's dope.
And then so like.
Who Booty is it?
Yeah,
Who
so
Booty
like
is
my
it?
brother.
We gotta have that as the intro for this.
Yeah, he's actually good friends with my people. I met him a couple of times, and then so like there's actually like a lot of connections for me like waiting in LA, but I just personally got to just like work on myself and so like make sure like I'm like put myself in the moment that I'm ready for. So like that was like really like one of my reasons why I really like moved back to Sacramento, because it was like I have times like to perfect my craft, and then when I get back to LA, I got to be in a position where I'm ready for it.
Okay. So. And then after you graduate, which would be when, next summer?
Spring.
Or next spring?
Next spring.
Okay, next spring.
2020.
Okay, when you graduate, what's the plan?
LA.
What are you're gonna go to LA?
LA.
Well, LA. Are you gonna use your degree? Are you planning on it?
I mean,
during the time being,
you never know.
Yeah.
We can see. We can see what happens. But most of the time, it's gonna be straight music, straight to the studio, and just straight work.
In LA.
Yes.
That's the place to be. Are you gonna live there, or are you gonna still live in Victorville?
I'll probably live in LA because I have like a house in North Hollywood that I stay at, and it's kind of like I'm all over California to be honest. So it's kind of like I'm either between Victorville, North Hollywood, and Sacramento. So most of the times I'm in Sacramento or North Hollywood. So.
What would you say to someone that doesn't have those connections, that doesn't have a house in North Hollywood, that doesn't know LA very well? What would you say the first place to start, what they should do? Even someone that doesn't, let's say they don't want to do producing, but they want to live in LA, they want to make it big in entertainment, or they want to be able to showcase their crafts, build a business, whatever it may be. What would you say the first step is to starting something from the ground up?
Social media, Instagram.
Social media.
Instagram, like it's ridiculous. Not ridiculous, but it's crazy how powerful social media is and how like your life can change. It just takes like one share or that one person to see it, and you never know what can happen off that.
Really?
Yeah.
How has it helped you?
Getting views from my beats and such, and like word of mouth, and people telling people about me, and it's just like I don't like it's just crazy because like I just did like one little upload and then like multiple uploads, and then like I guess people shared it, sent it to people. I got so many likes, so many comments, and there's like so many people reached out for me for that. So it's just like if I can do it, then I'm pretty sure other people can do it.
The attention is everything. The attention
Facts.
to what you're doing. And the type of audience that you have, the followers, like if they're sharing your beats, they're clearly into the same music that you're into. So would you say that the majority of your audience are what, music artists?
Yeah, music artists.
You would
yes.
say so? How do you attract people like that?
It's like I don't know. Like I would just put on like the artists that I would just listen to, or like the popping artists like right now, and then like I would just like put their names on the YouTube, such and such type beats. Like for instance, I would put like a YG type beat, or listen to a YG song and make like a YG type beat, and then all of a sudden like that's the things that people want to hear, or like a Blueface type beat, or just like any popping artist right now at the moment. And then so like that's how I pretty much like attract people.
Okay, cool. So you would say social media. How often do you post?
I don't really post on Instagram much, and I get that question a lot. But like on YouTube and stuff, I try to post maybe like 2 to 3 times a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And you feel like that's sufficient?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if that's sufficient. Well, yeah, I feel like that's sufficient.
Yeah.
For a week, times
Do
a
you
week.
do like snippets on Instagram? Just like go to my YouTube link.
Not really.
Are you more like personal on Instagram?
Yeah,
Oh,
I kind of don't post a lot on Instagram, and I get that a lot. People tell me they're like, "Oh, I just feel like you should post more. Like, why don't you post more? Like, why do you have like such and such posts on Instagram? You need more. You need more." I'm like, I don't know.
I mean,
I'm busy,
hey,
I'm
if those
busy
are
working.
if that's your tribe, if
Yeah.
they're paying attention to what you're doing,
I
they might be
know,
right. You give
I
them what they
know,
want, and
exactly.
they'll be loyal.
Exactly.
You give them what they want.
But every time I drop new music, I always post on my Instagram.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So last but not least, besides social media, what are a couple of things that you would say for people to do to really get their names out there, or to get more attention and recognition and build the connections?
Don't be afraid like to send free beats, or like work with artists. Like you never know, just send them beats. Like you never know, just like don't be afraid like to put your hand out first, like to feed the artist. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes like that artist has like more connections. Like the artist is gonna get more people probably to listen to them more than just your beats. You know what I'm saying? Because like whenever it's more hard, I feel like depending on who you are, like it's more harder to have people just to listen to your beats. Like if you have like somebody like rapping on them or something like that first. So
yeah, if they don't know who you are, you gotta be able to
exactly
show them who you are.
Exactly.
So give away stuff for free.
Yeah, and like that's like something that producers like have to like manage with, and then like once they get to the point where you feel like okay, that's enough. Like I put my work in, I had enough. Like you know what I'm saying. So now it's time like to see like some money off that, or like see like some benefits off that. Me giving you beats like that. So
value.
Yeah.
Value. And that's so true. I mean, anyone that's listening to this, just think about how many times you see free trials for things. How many times people will work for free sometimes. How many times have you heard it where even successful people, they worked their way for free until they actually like earned their stripes, then they started getting paid, then they started getting paid more, then they started making more connections. Same thing even on social media. I mean, how many of you guys see ads where they're free webinar, we'll teach you that, or free guide, you know? So I mean, at the end of the day, you got to be able to give before you can get, period. You can't just walk around with your hand out. You got to be able to put your effort and your value out there and show them that you're worth investing into. So awesome. Love it. Where can people find you, and where can they find your beats?
You can find me on Instagram at Rich Swank. That's RichSwank. You can find me on Twitter at OneRichSwank with the 1. That's the same way as my Instagram with just the 1 in front of it. And then on my beats, you can also find them on YouTube, or also on my Instagram. I have like a beat store on my description, and they can just click and they can just listen to all my beats. And it's like no tagged versions, but if you like it, then you probably like have to buy it or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So if not, you can listen to my YouTube, and then you can listen to all that, everything.
What's the YouTube channel?
AJ Rich.
Oh, okay, cool. And I have a question. So I know that some places let you use free copyright music as long as you use the description. We can't do that with yours. Okay, got it. Okay, I'm just making sure. Okay. All right, just don't use his shit. Buy it. Okay, you gotta buy it, baby.
If you use it, just let me know.
Yeah,
just
let them know.
If any rappers, anybody, if you listen to this, like if you use like a producer's beat, like let them know. Don't just take his beat and like because sometimes that's a good feeling. Like sometimes when you get the songs like sent to your email and it's like randomly. and it's just like that's just a good feeling. Like that's your song done like to one of your beats. So
that's dope.
That's pretty good.
Very cool. All right, thanks for being on the podcast.
Thank you.